morning and welcome back. It's still Daybreak Africa featuring tuned in reaching you from studios here in Ondo City, of course. I'm Ezekiel. Ogar. This morning we have a guest in the house, featured Analyst, as we discuss women in leadership challenges and opportunities. Now, the person in the house is Ndidiamaka, Gladys, Israel. Welcome on Daybreak Africa.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us once again this morning.
I must tell, such a cute smile you have there.
All right, going straight to the discourse. I know that this topic is a very, very familiar one. I mean, it's discussed everywhere, almost everywhere. When you talk about women in leadership, it boils down to the essence, or rather the birth of feminism in, let's say, in the world at large, because women tend to want to fight their way into certain positions. They want to fight their way into leadership due to the fact that they might be blessed in one talent or the other. But yet again, we see how difficult this process has been so far. To begin with, what is your idea about women in leadership in general?
Many women are particularly political oriented, and they are also political inclined. But as it may have its nature, may I just say men are political in nature. So we tend to forget that women are also political, generally. I think women should be given opportunity to practice politics, because we might have a better chance of doing it better.
What makes you say so?
When it comes to creativity and productivity and profitability, I think we are actually, we have what it takes. We just have what it takes to be in politics, though most times women might not have that get to go zeal. You know, they say politics is something that you have to like put in your best and everything, whatever thing it takes. Sometimes we women, we might actually have to have this back out because of fear of harassment and whatsoever. So, and actually think that women should be given the opportunity to go into politics. We will do it better because we have this care, and we can listen. Women are there to listen. Women are there when it comes to psychology. They can actually read some psychic because they know what it takes. Most women, we know what it takes to like nurture people, because it is inborn. We are born with it, so we can actually look at it and actually nurture. So looking at what people want, and politics is like listening to what people want, try to play on their needs and take. So as a woman, we will have that mind to listen better, like we will have that better to listen very well to what people need and actually attend to it. So that's my
earlier you first of all mentioned the fact that women could be political in nature, in as much as the world take it to be that men are more political in nature. However, you stated it clearly that women are political in nature as well. And also you made mention of the fact that women can also play certain roles probably better when it comes to the issues of politics because of some of their qualities. I would like you to give this, like say, elaborate on this particular point. What are those qualities you feel women have that people should hold on to as a strength for them participating in politics?
Okay, let me correct you on this. I did not say women will play better politics than men. Politics does not have any perfection. Politics is something that you have to have the zeal, and you have to have the support, and you have to have this leadership skill before you can bargain, whether you're a woman or man. So there is no better gender for it. And for me, the betterment, though the word I see, men actually have this get to go, because politics is not an easy game to play. So we women, we are so soft-hearted that is why most people don't really put us into it, because at times we can easily like look it in the other side. But men, once what they want, they go for it. So I can't tell that women are better in politics. But the qualities that I saw in women that I think women should be given a chance or a role in politics is when it comes to, as I said, it's productivity. We know how to get to people, especially my gender, which is women. We know how to get to people, and politics needs getting into people's mind, though we call it dirty politics, but you have to get to people's mind, and women has a better way of getting into people without even going in a negative way or trying to manipulate or trying to kill or stealing from anybody. But as a woman, we have a better chance in getting into people's mind. And again, when it comes to improvement, most of us, we actually eager to improve. We love to improve in some certain things. And when it comes to improvement, women are ready to improve. So with that, if you teach a woman how to go about this, I think she can actually improve and work it better. Then another one is what I call diversity. Women, we are diversity in nature. What I mean by diversity is that we are not just specific in one particular thing. We can change face. We learn to adapt in some certain situation. We learn to adapt. Just imagine a woman who you never knew anybody, you don't know how to give birth, you don't know how to wash a child, but you marry and you know how to do all those things by learning from your own mother. It's not that you were taught from birth. So with that, when a woman comes into politics, whatever role you give to her, she will try to play it in a perfect way. It will suit.
That's more like she had being able to adopt easily.
Yes, adaptation. Yes, they can adopt easily when it comes to politics. So giving them a better chance, giving them a chance will make it diverse, and it will make politics sweeter and interesting.
Sorry if I jump in here, but your argument I don't really take. I don't think is really valid to some extent. Talking about improvement, everyone that tends to lead has this mindset of improving a welfare of a people or a company. And then you talk about diversity. At that point, I don't know where the role of diversity tends to come into politics. If we're talking about the ability to probably multitask, everyone in heart, have that ability to actually multitask. So you made mention of the ability to get to people. I mean, politics has to do with getting things done, not really getting to people. So when you say get to people, I really don't understand that context of getting to people. If you're getting to people, you are ensuring and trying to get things done, not just get into their mind. And you make it seem as if the only thing women are bringing to the table is improvement, which of course every man can actually bring improvement to his or her company. You talk about the diversity, which I believe any well-cultured human can actually do that, if you ask me. And then getting to people, I mean, it's nothing really different or special.
Okay.
And then you spoke about giving opportunities to women. I mean, it's a world, people don't just hand over opportunity to you. They have to make sure you are competent. They have to make sure you are up to the task. I don't know if you expect people to just hand over opportunities or positions to females because they are females, or give it to them because they are competent.
Okay, let me come into this. I'm not saying that you should give it to them because they are not competent. Of course, it's not every woman that actually politically inclined. But when you meet one who are politically inclined, I think they should be given opportunity. Why I say that is because of the last talk I said misogynist. Most times we believe, because of the nature bias of gender inequality, so we believe there's some things we shouldn't allow a woman to do. So that is where I came in with improvement. Now the improvement, I understand that both men and women can improve. I understand in politics anyone should be given chance for improvement. But when it comes to gender, I think women are given a lesser chance for improvement when it comes to politics. Reason because they are looking at the weak part of us, the weaker version of us, that are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you cannot do this? So giving someone that has the zeal for politics a chance to improve, I think that is better. Because if you come to diversity, I think the diversity I'm talking about is that most people feel as a woman your career ends in kitchen. So we shouldn't just shift from kitchen to another place. So the diversity I'm talking about is diversity. Yes, I know that in African mentality, our career, which I doubt ends in kitchen, you should give us also opportunity to show the other side of us that we are made up of, because most of us, not all, I'm not just generalizing it that all women, but when you see one who has power or are eager for this, give them a chance to practice it, because they will do it good in their own space, at their own space. Now when it comes to creativity, it's not that nobody is creative, everybody is creative based on your own self. Both man and woman is creative, but when you meet someone who is creative, you should not have a doubt that because she's a woman, so therefore she might be weak in this aspect. Why not to give her a try to know if actually she can do it or not?
I really tend to wonder your definition of equality, because what I understand by equality is giving two persons an open field so they could both showcase their value. But it's more like, from the way you're talking, it's more like equality to you is maybe giving the lady a head start, 10 steps ahead. Because you're talking about giving, I think in your words, you're talking about giving, providing,
gender.
You're talking about giving opportunity. Give us opportunity, give the woman opportunity, provide. Nobody provides or give you an opportunity, you take it. You go for it. You made a very valid point saying men are goal getter, we could be laser focused. Maybe that's what makes the difference. So not exactly making it more like a societal, society trying to deprive women or oppress women for something.
Okay,
it's
Ezekiel,
more
I think I'll step in here because I'm actually opposing your point. However, I'll not deal with you here later. You earlier mentioned...
I would like to answer.
You, okay,
yes,
all right.
I'm okay with that. Based on what you're saying, there's no doubt on whatever thing you're saying. But what I'm saying is that you shouldn't divert from the main point which I'm coming from.
Which is?
The main point is, I'm not saying that giving opportunity, like as a whole, everybody should not be begging for opportunity. You grab it when you get one. But in the world we are today, as an African, there's some position which is, there are two persons who are meant for this position. For example, a man and a woman. And both are qualified. Both are qualified. Now, given a chance, and maybe they need an extra hand, why both are qualified? Instead of giving a chance for this woman, now they look at the weaker part of her, which is she's a woman. Are you sure she's able to do this?
Ladies tend to actually make that point quite often. I tend to challenge you this moment. Can you give me an instance, just one, where you have seen a situation where a male and a female were equal, in competence for a particular position, and they tend to give it to the man because she is a woman? Just one.
Okay, let me bring Nigerian politics. As it is now, in Port Harcourt, there was a woman who was contesting for governorship, and other men were also contesting for governorship. Now, this woman, I listened to the campaign of both political parties. Now, she actually have a point. She has something she has to give to us, which are people in River State. Like, she has so many things to offer, which she have said. And other men also said the same thing, but based on record, the woman, her record was not really too bad compared to other politicians.
But it was bad.
I'm coming.
Okay.
It was not really recorded as, because I can't tell, people, once you're up for politics, people tends to bring up some things to tarnish that image because they are not in support of you. So I don't really go into people's flaws. So I go based on what you've given to me, your manifestation. So when you manifest your own, when you do your own manifestation, your manifestos, then I tend to enjoy. Then whatever thing you give to me is what I will take. So based on her own campaign, actually enjoy some of the things she said, and why she was not given a chance. People were thinking, most men, I listened to them speak, they were not like, I cannot sit down for a woman to rule me. It is not possible. Let that criminal rule me. Like, he's a man, let him rule me. I can't sit down. How can we sit down in this Nigeria, a woman will be a governor. In this River State, God forbid. It is not done. So most people, they don't just say it just by saying, they say it with all passion. That is, they can't even watch a woman being their governor, not in their next word. It will never happen. So I come in with, what is wrong? If she's qualified, what is wrong to vote for her? Even though she's a woman.
Did you vote for her?
Is it me?
Yeah.
I wasn't even opportune to vote because when we went for the voting, I was actually having in mind to vote for her. That's Labour Party, right? But when we went, there was kind of violence.
So if somehow she was not put into power, I guess somewhat is your fault because you saw someone that you believed in, but you never vote for her. Now this is election, this is politics. You know, we all have our opinions. We all tend to follow who we feel we want to follow. So all persons, you know, are responsible for their opinion, and you can't really hold anybody accountable for that. But I'm talking about position. You know, a position is, say, in a company. I don't think you actually pinpoint one where a woman would actually say it outright, you are hereby rejected because you're a woman. It doesn't work that way. Now, to an extent, I really feel, Angela, people just tend to want to give the ladies a head start. If you're asking for a head start, say it, not on the platform of
Okay, I think
equality.
why I will disagree with you, Ezekiel, is the fact that it is different when you want to. I think earlier we were talking and then you raised up this particular issue, and I said that it is quite different when you want to compare the Western world with Africa.
Yes.
Africa has a culture. Africa has a certain mentality. When you look back at and trace our culture back then in history, you see that women were locked up in the house. Their jobs are to cook, take care of children, take care of the family, make sure that when your husband gets back, you are going to please him in every way you can as a woman.
We are like a property.
So, growing, will I say civilization coming on board, Africans, their eyes being opened one way or the other, although we know that we can be extra sometimes when adapting into certain measures. But yet again, the society in which we have been built, it doesn't really support this. Just like she said, a man coming out to say that a criminal should rule him instead of a woman.
It's an opinion.
No, it's not just an opinion. It is a mentality that has already stuck to the society. So that is why it is difficult. Whereby situations whereby you earlier mentioned where companies maybe two people are qualified to rule or given opportunities in a particular company, and then probably because she's a woman. The truth is that some companies will not even give you
a chance
or even give you the right to even a decision. They make the decision for you. So they'll tell you, we'll get back to you. Of course, obviously, she's gone. You will never hear from them again. However, I'll decide to move forward. When you earlier mentioned, way before Ezekiel tackled you were mentioning the fact that people base majorly on our limitations as women. So I would like you to elaborate on these limitations that women kind of carry that probably disqualify people from giving us certain trusts.
Okay. The limitations are much for me, but I will just mention some few ones. Limitation like, let me say, we women easily have mood swing when it comes to mood swing. So some men think this charisma, like, you know, when you meet somebody for the first time, they say first impression matters. And you meet a lady in the office, imagine giving a lady a position where she's opportune to cater for different things, and they say she's already on her mood swing, whatever.
She gets emotional.
And she gets emotional ahead. Women will easily get emotional. And you ask her one question. As a man, there's a way they will handle it according to them. There's a way a man will handle it. But as a woman, she can flip up. And now at the point destroying that particular scenario, causing chaos at that point. And now most people will be like, why giving this person this position knowing she can handle it? So the limitation is also by sexual harassment. You know, most women, when they are in a bigger position, in some certain position, we feel a woman getting to that certain position, especially when you're not married, they will tend to accuse you for some sexual stuff, and most men who are higher tends to harass some women to put them on that position by harassing them sexually. So that sexual harassment is actually a thing that brought me to that thing. He said that what if most people on a higher position, what do you think that can make them to be there? Sometimes I say it is grace. It's grace that can take them. Sorry that I digressed. So it's grace that can take them. And some of them, because of the passion they have, they tend to give in their body just to be in that position. It's not even them being in that position, they might not be respected on that position. There's somebody controlling it, but they're just acting as the person. Let it not be that women are not giving because of civilization, let it not look like women are not giving some certain position. So they are just like a camouflage, the mirror you're seeing, but they're not the one acting. People who are acting are acting. So the limitation are women mostly we get emotional, and most times we tends to be so how will I put it, too comfortable. When we get to some certain position, it tends to be very comfortable, and when someone is too comfortable in some certain position, it tends to misbehave. So for now we'll stop here.
All right, talking about limitations, I want to refer us back to what happened some time ago, talking about the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, in person of Betta Edo, who is accused of allegedly misappropriating the funds of 585 million naira. And also it was also said that her former, let's say her predecessor as well, who also was a woman, is being probed for a certain amount of money as well. So many people have been coming out to say that this lady did not do the right thing. At least, well, you know, in our political world, you hear people say if they want to do something, or if they want to steal, they should go ahead and steal, but they should try to do something good. But the fact that she came on board, came into office few months, not even up to a year, and she's already accused of such a thing, the fact that she's also a youth was what started bothering people. And this is a young lady who people have began to look up to even say that, okay, maybe women actually could stand a chance given some serious positions when it comes to politics in Nigeria. With her actions concerning this particular case, what do you have to say about the whole scenario?
What I have to say is that they say who they expose her own or his own looks as if he's worse than every other person. Now, looting money, she's not the first case, she's not the first politician who've heard about it. But I think why her case went this way is because she's a woman. Okay. Yes, because I've heard so many cases where people loot money. Even the last accountant, they asked him, he said that snake or was swallowed it, or he brought so many scenarios. And it was handled in a political manner, not longer in a shameful or gender or role model manner. It was handled in a political manner. And up till now, the case is being sealed. Nobody heard about that case or what happened to the money, whatever. So when it comes to politics, many people are doing many things. I don't really support what she did. I'm not in support. If really she did it, I'm not really in support of it, because for her to be there, she was put there to prove to people that women can actually do this. Women can do politics, and women can try their best, and we are role model to other ones coming up. So for her to do it, it's actually disappointment in the women's side. But on people's reaction, I won't tell. Everybody have a way they do their things. Politics, you know, you react better if it's your person. You will react more. If you react less, but if it's not your person, you have to show the aggression and criticize her with your tone of mouth, like tell it the way it is. And couple with she's a woman. Oh, there are so many things. And you know, politics, you have to be very careful. The little I know, especially you as a woman going into politics, it's something you have to be very careful about, because you have more enemies than you think. Because most people, in fact, as an African, as mentality, thank God for civilization, we still have these doubts giving women power, because most people are scared. Once you give a woman power, they are scared of being ruled over. So how can I give a woman power and she will rule me over? I should be on top, while the woman should be submissive. But it's a thing of, let me call it, it's the world we found ourselves anyway. We can't change it, we only have to manage it. So for her case, I don't really, if it's really what she did, I'm not in position to judge her or tell how it is, because I wasn't there when it happened, and I've listened to so many cases where people loot money, and the same way I'm reacting to it, the same way I react to her own, which is if any precaution or any punishment should be taken, that's it. But why people are acting like that, for me, it is not the first thing. She's not the first to loot money. But I think why it's too controversial and so critical is because it's a woman. And given such opportunity, I think she handled it roughly, and based on the world we are, it is normal.
However, this also brings me to my next question. Do you think that her action might, one way or the other, deter any means of probably bringing in more women into politics, considering the fact that 2 women are being probed for misappropriation of funds? Do you think that this might in any way hamper any chances women might want to have in the nearest future in politics?
No. It will not bring, it only takes the grace of God for that particular position to be trusted into a woman. Because it's just like in a scenario where, in a family, where you don't believe this person can do this thing better, and someone tell you, just try her. Try her if, or try him if he can do it. And you trying to give a doubt, like bringing that trust to say, okay, let me see what she can do or what he can do. Now, giving that opportunity to try, and that is just an opportunity, and you are giving it to, and you did not handle it with care, it will block way for others who are behind you coming, because they will not have that trust in such gender again.
So you're trying to say that it would actually have an effect on people who are coming on board?
It's not that it will, it has, and it's already having an effect. It only takes another chance, which another government or someone else, maybe I would say God, will touch someone else to try someone else to prove right of the wrong of what she has done. I don't know if you get.
Yes.
If God will touch any of them now to try another lady, then the lady will not prove the other person wrong, that really women, we are not like this, so it's just personally for her, she's already corrupt. But women handling this, she can actually do it. Now, that is when it will not bring another mindset that, yes, let's try an extra person. But the kind of world we are, since they've tried her, it only takes the grace of God to try another woman. And we need to keep fighting till we get it, because I think I used to say, thank God for civilization, because the world we are now, even the way me and you we are here, I think that is the least thing our forefathers must have thought of that a woman would do. So we believe that just go and marry her. She's a property. Keep her in the house. Let her produce. Let her give everything, provide everything for her. Let her just bring it out her best in the way she can, and that is it. But civilization have actually given us chance that, yes, there's something we can do apart from giving birth and kitchen. I think as time goes on, as civilization is evolving or revolving, I think there will still be more chance, and I have this hope that one day a woman will be a president or something of that, which I know most men feel it will never happen. But I just have hope, because for us to be given chance, as he said, in some companies some women are presidents, in some companies. It's something that I say civilization and God brought. And when you're giving, and I encourage most women out there, when you're giving such opportunity, please try to handle it with care and prove most people that yes, we are capable and we are competent for this, not being biased, so that as the civilization is going, it will move faster. It will get to our children, so it will not stop in our own time.
Oh.
I know we're out of time, but you made mention of two limitations that tend to actually get my attention. You made mention of harassment, sexual harassment. You made mention of a mood swing. Funny enough, mood swings and sexual harassment is one of the challenges even the male folks tend to encounter on a daily. Now, I tend to, yes, we do have mood swings. We do have sexual harassment, even at workplace. Men do, yes. Now, I tend to wonder, how is this supposed to be a limitation? This is a challenge and you are bound to actually overcome at some point. Now, for a lady trying to make this like a basic challenge as and a system of oppression, don't you think this would sound as silly?
No, I don't think so. Let me use myself for example. I want a particular position. Now, I'm going to this particular person. He feels me, he sees me attractive. Now, for me to get this position now, he will offer me something. He will offer me, do I really want it? Because it has actually, okay, let me say, it has actually happened to me. There was a position like PA, something that I was looking for. The man asked that if I'm ready to give it in or date him, he will give me that position. Now, he actually knows I'm capable of doing it, but that's not the say here. That's not his problem. His problem is that he wants to get something, to give me something. Now, with that, most parents actually have to hinder some of their daughter from going further in such thing because they are scared of being their child. I know that most men go through sexual harassment, but it's very rampant in women. Yes.
I think that serves as a limitation and not just a daily challenge one could face.
It's a limitation because it can stop you. So many people who are bargaining into so many positions, when you offer them, you know they are qualified, and it takes a strong woman not to accept such offer. And now when it's being offered to them in such way, they tend to give it out, give up on the particular position, so they will not be used. Most people still go ahead giving it in. So with that, because of that, I want this particular position and you give me an offer which I can't handle, it actually limited me from getting into it. So in so many positions, I think that sexual harassment has been most problem that most people are facing, and that is why they don't really go further. Even me in my career, most things I'm doing, it's actually been something they keep hitting on me. See, you better be careful. You better be careful. You don't want to sleep with so many people. If you really want to get to this particular point you have to sleep with so many people. I know it might be rumor, but in every atom of rumor there is some truth. Now with that, me hearing it now, if I don't have that zeal and I don't have any support of somebody hitting me to go there, I will give it out, because when 2-3 persons are saying the same thing, it could be that there is danger out there. So I will not actually intend to stretch my leg to go further in getting that thing. And most people has actually I've listened to so many cases which they are in that particular position, and what they are facing is something that I cannot talk about. Yes, because they are being forced to do some certain things just to maintain that particular position, and at a point they will get fed up, and now they will not work it based on their potent anymore. It's not what they are capable of doing. They are not doing it based on familiarity and let me say it, benefits. Now they will not work very well, like particular position, they might not work very well because they know that there's something they are gaining, or maybe they are dating one of the top person. So all those things are part of the limitation. Most women, men might have mood swing, but they have a better way of controlling it. I would say that, yes, I give them that. They have a better way of controlling their mood swing. I don't know. I'm not a guy, so I actually, if you have a mood swing, I've seen so many guys who are not in the mood, but when you come, there's a way they handle it. But a woman,
now it's sounding like a woman's problem and not the problem from the society. Talking about mood swing and the sexual harassment you just mentioned, it's more like a problem a woman should learn how to deal with as an everyday challenge.
Yes.
But you're making it sound as if society has actually imposed this, and with this, we're using this as the mechanism to really hold down women. It's more like the women thing. So I think we should be actually focused on women trying to improve themselves, you know, improve their character, improve their willpower, improve their goal-getting ability and all that, and not really making the same as they're being limited.
Sorry to call both of you, but actually we're out of time. I don't think you can answer that question. However, in just 30 seconds, please, I would like you to just give your message to women out there and also government officials or people who are at positions to probably give opportunities to women who they come across as qualified for certain positions.
Okay, my advice is that I will bring in some of the things. Please, we should not use our weak points against us. That's the mood swing I'm talking about. So because you know that women, we had mood swing, you can shout, so therefore this particular position shouldn't be given to us. I think we should be given a try, because with as time passes, we learn. It only takes someone who does not want to learn not to grow. As long as growth is concerned, learning is allowed. So they should give us that opportunity to adjust. Since you say mood swing is a character, we should work on ourselves. So they should give us that opportunity to adapt and work on ourselves. So they should not use our weak point against us, and not so that it will limit us from getting some certain extent. Now, my advice to most women is that let your career not come into your lifestyle. Your lifestyle should be your lifestyle. Your career should be your career, so that you will not fall out. When you're dealing with your career, focus on it. When you're in your lifestyle, live in your lifestyle. Don't bring in your lifestyle into your career, because it will limit and hinder you from getting to some certain extent based on the world we are. And you know that nobody, as I said, nobody is limiting you from getting an opportunity. You have to fight for it and grab it. And the moment you grab it, let it not be that your lifestyle or your character should be the one to limit you from getting to that point. So that is the advice I'll have.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Daybreak episode of Daybreak Africa. We hope to have you again next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to our audience, thank you as well for joining us on this episode of Daybreak Africa. And this is where we'll be handing over to our Lagos station. And here we come your way again. I am Angela Daku.
To have a wonderful day ahead. Over me, Ezekiel, Ogar.